Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Total War Attila, the Dawnless Days mod. And the age of men is over. Well, truly, it would appear so. I mean, all of Rohan has fallen. Gondor is down to, what, its last one or two settlements. We are well and truly victorious to all intents and purposes, but I realised that even though the main part of the challenge is sort of gone, right? There's really not much else to do in terms of fighting a superior enemy or any close battles or something like that. There is still some fighting to be done. Namely, the First Legion of the Uruk-hai, I think, can leave this place, right? Yeah. And we can set them on, they're already on force march, so we can force march them down towards Hornburg to receive some reinforcements, and after they do that, we will send them probably down south to finish off this settlement, and then probably up north to take this one. We will also recruit a new legion immediately afterwards, but for now we need to invest a little bit more in our economy. As you can see, we're making, I would say, quite a pretty penny doing all of this. And as public order increases throughout the land, we will continue to make even more. So there is that to look forward to, obviously. And how's growth here? Growth next turn is 30. Right. Wait, so accumulated growth is 28. Growth next turn 30. That means +2, right? The growth factor +2. So if I were to build this, growth factor would be -1, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, we're going to have some growth factor from this building. And I'm not sure if we have any here. From this? No, we don't get any growth factor from this. Okay, we're going to tear this down. Try and see if we can get some growth factor. Buildings going there. Yeah, and then this provides a tiny bit of growth too. Okay. 80 turns in, what was it? Well, 90 turns in, even worse. Almost 90 turns in, and we are still learning how the growth factors and everything work. Are we Juggernaut? Look, yes. I can't really say anything other than yes. That's exactly what's happening. But in my defense, actually don't have much of a defense. That is all. Yeah. Maybe should have really gotten into more of the fine print, shall we say, some of the finer details of how all of this works a bit earlier. But what can we do? Better late than never, right? At least that's what I'm told. Here, what's the public order like here? It's not fantastic, despite having one Quisling gathering. Tell you what, we're going to make another experimental lair. It'll increase our influence in the region, and it'll give more public order and everything. That's good. And then we're going to upgrade this as well. So we're really focusing all of our money into public order, and it's paying dividends. I mean, we're at 14,000 income per turn, so we are really doing well, I would say. This army can't leave because there would be a revolt if they did. So let's just leave them like so for one more turn. I'm just going to lower the volume on my end a tiny little bit. There we go. Alright. So, is that a rank up on alerts? It is. Fascinating. The man is now rank... I keep saying the man. I mean it in a more... not so literary... not so literally. I mean it not so literally. Not in such a literal sense is what I think you want to initially say. Anywho, campaign line of sight is not bad. But I think I need this, right? Charge bonus. Right, yeah. Charge bonus seems good. Okay. Good. So, you're going to stay there for a few more turns while we focus on building up the economy. Torture chambers. Building some torture chambers seems nice. Yes, I know how that sounds. Right, so what do we have? We have sappers. Tier 4 light infantry. I can imagine what they do. I'm just not sure how they're supposed to do it. So now that I have them here, I can check. Excellent stamina. Exceptionally trained. Standard rounds. Base damage, 1,000,000. Well, not literally, it's like 10,000, but... reload time 1, can damage buildings, explosives, immune to wasteland attrition. That's interesting. Disciplined, hide, dexterous. They are a suicide unit, aren't they? Range of 8. Yeah, they are a suicide unit. Interesting. Well, we're not going to have any in this army. For better or worse, we're just going to bring up another 3 crossbows. And then I'm going to focus a little bit on the economy again. Because we're in no real rush. I mean, we're kind of in a rush to get to this spot and then move on north, and also in a little bit of a rush to stop the Haradrim Empire from expanding too far out this way. But if they do, we can just fight them. It's not the end of the world. I don't think they're allied with Mordor. They have a military alliance with the Empire of Rune. Yeah, that makes sense. Gondor is not long for this world. And Mordor is, yeah, Mordor is being Mordor. I do wonder why I still can't trade with Mordor, though. You'd think that we can use this road, right? There's the one leading from Aldburg into Caer Andros. And the road from Caer Andros leads to Osgiliath, to Minas Morgul. We have a direct road from our cities to theirs. So it's a bit odd in it, as they say. Yeah. I mean, oh well, what can you do? Okay, here I would like... where is it? Yeah, this. This is what we're getting. And then... I would like to build up our economy a little bit, if I can. Not just work on public order. I mean, we definitely need more public order here. These two will work in conjunction with each other and, see, provide more. This will lower control, but this will increase control, so they'll negate each other, and we'll end up with a ton of influence, faction research, probably surplus control, right? Well, growth and some extra money as well. All right, nice. These guys will get retrained fully, or, sorry, replenished fully. And we're out of money to do anything else, so onwards we go. Next turn. I was worried about Anduin's Vale for a little bit, but it seems to me like they have bigger fish to fry than me. So that's nice to know. And we can send these guys on their way. Next up, in the... Well, we can't... I mean, I could raise them in Isengard, but we have to do it in Ginsburg, right? I mean, it's the site of one of our most important battles. It just makes sense, right? in the historical city of Ginsburg, we will raise... Hold on, so I have this Mog character. Mog is not governing anything, is he? He is not. Okay, well, we'll have an amazing governor for future reference. For now, not so much, I suppose. Alright, we're going to promote Ugluk. And I need Skag or Grush or one of those newer candidates to command the other army. Yeah, Skag, Gazdir, or Gshush. Skag seems easier to pronounce, so we're going to go with you. Congratulations. And then White Hand Stormers. And Axe Masters of Fangorn. Look, it's a cute name. I like it. It's not as not as much as my naming convention. Second Legion Uruk. Okay, sorry about that. So I'm going to explain what I did and what happened. There's a bit of a jump cut, I understand. We're recruiting the Second Legion of Urukai, and I realized that every time I click the tilde, or not, I'm sorry, not the tilde, the what is this? Slash button. I have some problems in that I paused the recording. I forgot that is how I paused the recording, and it just didn't occur to me at all while I was typing the name. So I just didn't even notice that I paused the recording for like a whole turn, but I'll explain what I did. Well, actually, you can see it over here. I don't need to explain everything. There is some political obstruction. I'm trying to promote a few characters, and I have done so, and I've also assigned trusted servants and an overseer as well. Now, Lurtz, I think, failed to promote Ugluk, so we're going to try again. And Mog, I'm pretty sure, failed to promote Morsky, so we're going to try that again. Right? Political obstruction, office secured. Yeah, that just didn't happen, I guess. Oh well. Whatever the case may be, we're still, constructing public order buildings everywhere, raising up our economy from the dirt in some of these provinces. I mean, the economy of the whole country is booming, don't get me wrong, but the income from some of these places is really low due to low public order and low influence in the area, so we can really increase that with some investments, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Pretty much everywhere if I can help it. Yeah. There we go. Probably shouldn't have built that last building. Yeah. Because I need more troops here. So the Second Legion has 2 pikes and 5 crossbow units. For now, I'm not gonna... I can recruit 1 unit of these sappers just to try them out, I suppose, but... I don't know. Take a look at this, though. Again, the Onager and the Ballista... literally the same stats, except the Onager can throw things further up for about 5 meters or so, I think. But this could not be further from the truth. Fascinating. Anywho... let's go with just some good old-fashioned infantry and as many of them as we can fit in 1 turn. Obviously our income is going to dip significantly because of this next turn, but that's fine. And then I guess a material supplier over here just to bring up some more men. As far as the Fangs of Orthanc are concerned, they're almost fully replenished. But I want to just keep these 3 units because they really made their mark. Retrain everyone else apart from the Urukai infantry. Or, when I say retrain them, I do mean just disband them and move on to something else, but yeah. Technology. We're still researching this. I think we're going to go down the civic path for probably the rest of the game, all things being equal. Oh, maybe we grab this. Campaign movement range for all armies is pretty nice. Outside of that, though, morale for all units, minus morale for enemy defenders. Well, that's really good. But I think this dominance of the White Hand is even better. Oh, yeah. And then we have Power of the One Ring. For Saruman of many colors will become the new Lord of the Ring. Construction cost -5, and then we have +5 melee attack and defense against Power of Shadow. +5 melee attack with all units for all forces. Interesting. I wonder if that has any political implications that I, like, you know, go to war with Sauron or something. That would be... like, automatically go to war with Sauron or something. That would be not so grand. Yeah. Well, anyways, we're recruiting. These guys are moving out. And I think we're ready to end the turn. Of course, recruiting a second legion and a third army altogether is going to be... Grizzled Veteran, complete the Grand Campaign, except I haven't. But just give me a second to check this out. Complete the Grand Campaign whilst fielding an army or fleet undefeated since the start. Yeah, I've never completed a Grand Campaign in this game. Victory objective achieved. History is written by those who survive. We have emerged victorious from the dark period, our strength and wisdom guiding us into the future. Oh, we've done the short victory, right. Short victory is dominance level 6. War of the Rings victory is this. Reach a dominance of level 10. Yeah, well, good news. I think this also means we get to appoint another governor, and Mog has been itching for something to govern. Eastfold or East Emnet? I think Eastfold, right? It's more economically prosperous area, shall we say? Has more of a future, economically speaking. And then as far as officers are concerned, Mog can become an overseer. Lurtz already has an office. Ugluk, there's no space for you, but Lurtz can also promote Skag as well to come into the fold, as they say, if he is going to be leading our forces from here to victory, hopefully. And where exactly, I don't know, but we will see, right? So, 2 units of wargs. I'm going to get you 2 units of onagers, and I'm going to get you 1 more unit of Urukai infantry, because this is not a lot, and there's quite a lot in the background of the army to actually defend, so yeah, you're going to need a little bit more infantry. Okay, but given the fact that I've fully recruited another legion and I'm still at 12,000 income, I'm starting to think that maybe I can up the ante a little bit and recruit another army of a somewhat similar composition, but slightly different, yeah? I think that will work out rather well. Now, over here, I don't know. I mean, I guess treated soil, I don't like it, but I'll just learn that you can't put 2 of the same building and upgrade both, as you can see. So, not a big fan of this, but okay. Again, torch chambers and a slave market, or a slave trader, will work in conjunction there to boost the economy. And then material supplier over here for future construction efforts. Right, good. Another turn, and we can issue an edict in the East Fold. Tell you what. Control is not bad. Fuel the furnaces is something we can also do, right? But it would lose us a lot of control. Let's just go with increasing control over here for now, and then we can switch over to something else, which is what I did here, I believe, right? Yeah. Alright. This province, I'm not sure what it was. Is it West Emnet or East Emnet or something like that? Whatever. The one with Edoras and Dunharrow. It's going to go from green to red. It's going to go from red to green, rather. Stronghold corrupted. Dol Amoth. Orange dominance grows. Mog office secured. This is West Emnet, yeah. So it just went from red to green. And as you can see, that has increased our taxes so much that it basically paid for most of the units that we just recruited. That is, I would say, rather fascinating. Okay, so this army is on the march over here. Development, stabilized food supplies. That's very important. And then we're going to go with, I think, the power of the ring, right? No? Pressed workforce. What does this give me? Wealth from subsidians all regions. Yeah, let's go down this path. Yep. That's good. And then before I forget, I'm not exactly running low on food, but I am building a few more buildings that are going to consume additional food, so maybe upgrade our food production just a tiny bit so we can keep up with the demand. In the future, because having tons of food is obviously very good. Alright, these guys can leave just barely, but they can. And we can march them towards Isengard. And these guys are ready to subjugate the final few strongholds of these tribes, wildling tribes. I continue to sorry, wildling tribes, as I continue to call them. Yeah, I would very much like to fight this manually. I don't think it'll make for a good battle as well. And would you know it, it's 3019 and the war is over. It's just that it ended in a very different way. But, yeah. I really didn't expect us to finish canonically on time with our victory and everything, but we did. So there you go. And they said it couldn't be done. Juggernaut, you're the only one that said that. I know. Look, I thought that... I knew we were playing on lots of turns per year, but... still, I thought it would be a little bit more difficult. Alright. Main objective for today is to check out how these crossbowmen are going to do. Because that's what interests me the most, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to take out the towers, obviously. And we're going to do it slowly and methodically. But I do want to move up a little bit with the entire force. Or maybe not. Maybe just stay there. Okay, tower down. Do you reckon we can put a few shots right there and eliminate some of them? Well, we definitely can, but I'm not just going to wait around doing nothing, twiddling my thumbs as that happens. We're going to move up with the entire army. Hopefully, get within range, get our crossbows within range, and see how they perform, because this is going to be the first real test in combat for them. On paper, they should be pretty good. Weapon damage at 28 is alright, I suppose. 140 range, 14 ammunition, you know. They do have heavy shot, and actually... Oh, so the default is heavy shot. You can't change it. That's probably good, all things considered. But, yeah. Alright, so as you're doing that, actually, why don't you stop and move this way? And the Warg Riders can move in to take this tower on the right side, which doesn't seem to be overly well defended. Do you need me to manually tell you who to shoot? Because I can do that, if you want me to. I'm sorry. I'm getting shot at. Let's move the infantry. They have hill wardens of their own. Not exactly looking forward to fighting those. Warg Riders got a bit stuck on the Warlord's Pillagers, which we found over there. That's slightly unfortunate. Okay, tell you what. Move up like that, and you move up like that. So far, they have no kills on them, the crossbowmen. I'm gonna be honest with you, I expected very little. Right? I expected very, very little from these guys. Basically nothing. And yet I am heavily disappointed. They look cool. They're holding their crossbows a bit weird. But they look cool. Look at them. They really do. Only thing they're not doing is they're not shooting. Although I have an idea as to why that might be the case. I believe these are direct line of sight units. They can only shoot directly in front of them. They don't arch their arrows. And I think I've positioned them in such a way that they have to arch their arrows in order to be able to shoot. Bolts, technically, right? So let's see if they can get some shots on, for example, those guys. There you go. It is the problem. And once you get them in position,
enemy units have been rallied.
They even fire relatively quickly. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you've pretty much lost this battle as far as I'm concerned. You can run away. We're unable to destroy one unit of Warlord's Pillagers. Yeah, anything that can fight back against you is not a good enemy to have you face. Now, what can we do? Yeah, I feel like you would do a much better job if you actually shot the bows. Oh, sorry, the crossbows again. Yeah, you know what? Do that. You're gonna hit everything else on accident. Okay, you killed 129. That's the answer. Yeah, in the flank, and then okay, and then the casualties on our side over here are significantly lower as well. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Right, we've now learned how to use our crossbows. They are a direct line of fire unit. They cannot arch their shots one bit, so even here they're having trouble shooting the enemy.
This tower has been destroyed.
Yeah. Okay, look, it's no big deal. Just so long as 230. Yeah. The crossbows are amazing. You just need to know how to use them and not be an idiot. Although I'm a bit saddened that these guys didn't get more, because it sort of looks like they can shoot the guys here, right? But apparently not. Well, maybe. Okay, we've killed the enemy general. We're losing a lot of soldiers in this fight. I mean, I expected heavy losses, and I am experimenting a little bit, so I'm not really conserving my forces. Ideally, I would have sent a few more groups to go around, flank the enemy, get to their archers and everything, but I'm trying to let the crossbowmen shine as much as I can. And there we go, so what, you can withdraw as well. You 4 can withdraw as well.
We shall rule these lands.
You can shoot them as they come towards you, almost machine gun style, right? And you apparently have a good defense, so get you guys out of the way as well. It's going to be ridiculously difficult to retrain these guys, although they can just head back to Isengard afterwards. I don't really need them anywhere else. The war's more or less over. This just mopping up. And, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He lied. Actually love it. Turns out Frodo's vision came true with the burning of the Shire and everything, right? Although that happened in the books anyway, but, you know. This time, it happened in a slightly different context. A slightly more permanent context. And dare I say it, a slightly more successful context as well, if you really think about it. Okay, how are you doing? Can you shoot uphill like this? You do have a direct line of sight at them. Let's see how you do. 306 casualties? Or kills? Frags, whatever you want to call it. 350, so you've killed more than 40 of their men in a single volley. This is good. We just got to approach our battles a lot more carefully. And yes, I'm fully aware that I sacrificed a huge chunk of my men just to experiment, but how else would I learn, right? And I'm happy I did it, and I would do it again. Send the pikemen out this way. Send you up there as well. Alright, let's take a look at this.
This is your day.
No, they can do really well once they put their minds to it. And you give them the correct conditions to perform. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. So, battle over. We've sustained probably the most casualties in an Uruk-hai army thus far in any of their campaigns or any of their conquests or whatever. But, you know, it doesn't matter that much, like I said before. And we've taken a very, very valuable enemy settlement indeed. Look at all the buildings. Awesome. So this one we're going to knock out, and everything else we're going to keep. We're just going to let things repair on their own for a little bit first. And yeah, the replenishment is really good because we have high corruption in the area too. So that will help. And then this army's heading this way, and everything is fine. Alright, next turn. Another enemy eliminated. I wonder where these Dunlanding tribes are headed. They're, Goblin Town has been lost. Oh no, okay. Well, you know what? No more Mr. Nice Saruman. Let's... It is high time that... Just to make sure I can't upgrade these. You know, it would make sense to be able to upgrade... Oh, sorry, to retrain some of these units. I can upgrade all of them, but I can't retrain them. Yeah, that would be sensible. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Anywho, disband all of these. Upgrade these, and then let's see what we can do here. So the Hill Wardens are fine. We need a bunch of Urukai infantry. And then to go with the infantry, I'm also going to get you one more unit of Warg Riders, make this a really cavalry and Warg heavy army. And you can stay on one Onager, because I'm going to give you, I think, 3 units of crossbows as well next turn. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. And then just upgrade everything in Isengard. Centralize a little bit, yeah? While we wait for the repairs to be conducted over here. Now, you are going to Flodbrig next. No, you're not. We already have allegiance sent to Flodbrig. This has all been taken by Mordor. So, I still can't trade with them. A sea route from their capital cannot be established. Well, I know, but what about a land route? Like, what's wrong with a good old-fashioned land route to their capital? No? Alright. And there's the goblins. Oh, the poor bastards, they have nothing, do they? And you still wouldn't take a military alliance with me? Or a defensive alliance? I mean, really, the Attila Total War AI truly showing the finest of all diplomacies here. Okay, tell you what, there you go, you can have 837 gold. At this point, just fuck you. I mean, I don't like swearing in my videos most of the time, I really don't. But it's just... I'm beyond pissed off at this sort of behaviour. You're going to make over 1,000 gold per turn from trade with me. You're never going to get to my shores to actually fight me. We're on the same freaking sodding side of the war, and you don't want to trade. F you! What else can I say? Alright, next turn. You've done that. Let's see. Engineer. Always engineer. And the influence and taxes guy. Alright, they made it to where they need to be. Next turn, we're going to have another massive battle against a wildling army. Hopefully we can conduct this one a little bit better, given the experience from the previous one, right? So, here we go. Oh, and on paper this one should be a bit harder as well, because there's more men, or there's more enemies, right? Yeah. Alright, tell you what, we're going to leave that for the future. For now, Fangs of Orthanc can move... this way? Yes, you can move that way. And then let me just get you, what did I say? 3 units of Urukai crossbows, right? Yeah. A little bit of extra firepower for you. Good. Just out of curiosity, what's the difference between these two? Speed, morale, a little bit of morale, a little bit... mainly speed. Okay. Because they got the cavalry upgrade from one of the Rohan buildings that we tore down. Okay. Well, next up, I would say a builder over here. Although I could recruit another army. No, not could. I have to recruit another army. Radgish. You're going to have berserkers. I'm going to upgrade you. And I will give you a unit of sappers. And then some Urukai infantry, because you're going to be the first one that actually has sappers. And I will remember this time that when I rename it to 3rd Legion Uruk. Hi, that I need to press this button twice in order to unpause the recording, because, yeah, that happened once already. Although last time when I was renaming a unit, I got a game crash, so... I'm a bit... now I just try and do it as quickly as possible, right? Because I'm a bit afraid it might happen again. Let's do these things as well. So we demolish this, and I think we can start repairing these. It's worth it, right? Yeah. We can start repairing these. Leaves me with 6,000 gold. Nice! Nice, 2.7 left. Build something, and we can get some more food. A little bit more wealth from culture. You know, the rich Isengardian Urukai culture in the area. Haven't heard of that, no? Well. Anyways, you can keep the name Fangs of Orthanc. I mean, you've kept it for the entirety of the campaign. Wouldn't make much sense to rename you to something else now. And then for the next video, I leave you with this battle, and then we're heading up north. Well, first of all, we're going to see if I can cross over this way. I'm pretty sure I can't, and that this is the actual border of the playable map, which is... I mean, I talked about it already. It's a bit small, but, you know, whatever. I think afterwards we can go this way and try and get to Anduin's Vale and try and help the goblins out by retaking some of these places up north, like Erebor, the Woodland Realms, stuff like that. There's still enemies to fight. Even though we've technically won the war, we still have fighting to be done, and I think there's still a few more fun battles in this for us, and it's kind of fun, not gonna lie, to sort of start snowballing and crushing everything in our path. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Until then, have fun, take care, and bye-bye. Oh, and of course, please do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video and want to stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content on this channel. Helps me out quite a bit, and, you know, it's only a second of your time. Bye-bye.